What's up, guys? Back again with another video. So first off, I've had a lot of requests tell me, hey man, you need to put on some tow mirrors on that big old truck. So you guys got what you finally wanted. So didn't do an open box today. The box just comes in real big, but let me show you what comes in the box, and then we get started with the install video. So here we go. So here's the tow mirrors. Come from Boost Auto. The box is just a great big box. Passenger side, driver side right there, and then in the box they'll give you a really nice vinyl Boost Auto, and then inside the envelope pretty much you get here, which has a couple zip ties and a koozie. So and obviously it looks like my receipt and all that stuff's in there as well. So I did go with I didn't go with the puddle lamps. They said that's not an option if your truck didn't come stock with it, so I didn't really want to mess with it. I did go with the tinted, and I did the sequential. So after I got to look at the install, sequential is going to be the only thing that's a pain in the butt. So but like I said, you go and get started. The truck's a little bit dirty, cleaned it a couple days ago, but here in Indiana it's been raining a little bit, snowing a little bit, still kind of sloppy. I did say heck with it and finally decided to try it. I think if you look at it, it says 40 and sunny today, but the feels like it's below 30. So gonna do my best to try to stay warm and get started on this bad boy. All right, so we're gonna go get started. First off, big shout out to my son. Got this little cart here for Christmas from him. My son's now 18 years old and working on it for himself, and was very pleased with this gift. So cart rolls around, but real quick. So to get started, I went and grabbed my Milwaukee ratchet set here. Did some interior trim pulls, and then what I call the ratchet cheater. So open the store up. So first thing we had to do is get this thing here off. Let's see. Let me try the small one. There we go. Pops off really easy, guys. Just look like 3 little pins on there, and then we got this here just comes out to hold the wire in. So we got 7, it looks like 7mm maybe, and then over here, so let me give it a shot. All right, so I was dead wrong. It's actually a 10mm. I'm gonna go ahead and take these 4 off camera real quick. You get the drift 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, guys. So I got the four nuts out, or sorry, 2 nuts and 2 bolts out, and then what you gotta do on the other side is you got to pull up on it. There's 2 clips I believe in there, so I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll let you kind of, well, let's see. All right, guys, it's funny how easy stuff is with both your hands. So first off, don't forget to pull this out first. I forgot to do that like a bonehead, and had to use made it a little bit harder. But basically on this end, if you look over here, I started with the bottom up a little bit, and then I end up just pulling straight out. So if you get your hands underneath it, then pull straight out, you're good to go. So it took me like, I don't know, 30 seconds once I hung up the phone. So here it is. And then now I'm going to go ahead and put on the driver's side tow mirror. And then because of it being sequential, I got to take off the door panel and some other stuff. So let me go ahead and get started. Alright guys, this was the tough one. So if you look, you have pins, there's 5 pins on there. So I went from this side here, let's see, I'll hold it like this. I went from down here, slid it over to pretty much the middle and pried it. So it was tough here. I would try to stay closer to either this side or that side to get one side out first, but this is the toughest part. So anyway, so now roof screws. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. right, so got all the screws out. Thought it'd be important to show you guys real quick. So there's actually 3 of these little black ones. Goes up here on top and the 2 bottom. Okay, then you have these a little bit thicker but shorter than these other ones. So just keep track what you're pulling out, but these go on the top. Showing this just in case somebody forgot and come back to it. And then these other more of a thinner top silver ones, there's what I pulled out here in this down below right here. So now we're gonna just have to take and pop off this door panel. What I'm gonna do is just get a trim tool again, go underneath each side. Once we get it open, there's some electrical hookups we'll have to remove. So alright guys, well if you didn't notice, I made that last pin way too hard to remove. So this is the one that gave me trouble. If you get to it, you basically pinch it and then pull straight down. That one you pinch in, pull out. Down here is where your cable hooks up right here. So if you look at this, there's a little thing here that taps down, so you basically pull that down. Yeah, so it comes around like this. You basically pull it down from this side here, like that. And that's what frees it up, and it's just a matter of lifting it down. That's what hooks in here. So we do have one casualty. So that yellow clipper at the bottom, which looks like a replacement already, so they must have this panel off once before. But it broke off. I think I've got another one in my garage. So anyway, we'll set this one out of the way. All right, guys. So the next step is I'm gonna peel this back, the installation a little bit, so I can get my arm in there. I do need to prop this out. This grommet here, it's just a matter of pinching it and pulling. Piece of cake. But there's a wire connection in here we need to loosen up to give us a little bit of room to work with. So, all right, the next step is, so I've got this loosened up out here now, kind of flopping around. Next step is we're going to take this wire and basically we're going to cut a slit in this and run it through there. We're going to eventually take it and run it up through this into there, which is where our pin's that we're trying to get to. Alright guys, so got that done. What I'm going to do, once I get this all wired up, I'm going to zip tie this stuff so it's not hanging loose in the door. But as you can see, discreetly have a hole punch in this and it's ran through there. So that's the pin we're actually trying to get to our need. So now I'm going to remove these, okay, and remove this bracket here. There's a zip tie there we got to cut, and then down here I think it's just a grommet we pinch on. Start with the grommet. Alright, well I actually forgot to record, but I did remove that zip tie that was up here already. On this one you just keep squeezing until you get it out. Alright, right, so these rubber garments you gotta fight just a little bit, but just keep fighting this one up. Mine was actually zip tied on the top, which I'm not seeing anybody mention that. Just get this one out. This thing here, it's a rubber piece that goes over the plastic harness. Just pop it off. That sounds simple. It's actually got a lip on it, so you have to fight it for a little bit while it comes down. And then you have to pull that out, which there's a pin on the bottom you have to push up on, and 2 on the top. Alright guys, that was a little bit of a challenge. This didn't have quite as much pull on it as I thought. But you have to loosen these up. Each end goes in here. Basically each one goes into this. You're basically pinching this top piece over and then pulling up at the same time. So that's kind of what that looks like. Now it's a matter of feeding the blue wire up into these pins. Alright guys, so the next thing you're going to do is basically we're going to, you can use a coat hanger. I'm going to use a fishing tape. I'm going to put the blue wire onto this and then tape it around. Tape doesn't have to be perfect, but you don't want it hanging out where it's going to snag on something. So go ahead and grab this, wrap it around, just enough to grab it and not get too tangled up. So put this in. I put this in this opening. I'm going to try to run it up to, see if I can get you up there. Run it from here up to this. There we go. Get it up here, remove your tape. Fishing tape's gone. Alright, so now there we are. With this, we can get the grommet pushed back in place. Pinching it and pushing in. There we go. That part's done. We'll go back and zip tie some of this like I mentioned earlier. Alright, so now we've got this wire hanging down. And we need to feed it up through this thing, so. Alright guys, we're wrapping up. So I wouldn't get this, once you pull this out underneath that door, let me get you angled around here. So this is this way. I pulled it out, give me some room. So let you stretch this out a little bit more. Mine's got duct tape on the bottom of it. So I'm gonna have to probably go through and, but the plan is to zip tie or connect this to fishing tape and then run it all the way through this. Alright guys, I'm not lying to you, this is the toughest part. So as you can see, you get the wire hanger in here, ended up because of all this tape in it, poking a new hole. Came down through here, and finally we're golden. Alright guys, I want to give you an update. So the hardest part of this project is fishing the wire through this garment, just to be ready for that. Now this isn't as easy as it looks either. They're kind of hard to get out. There's not much wiggle room out of this door to get those put together. But basically, it's all wired now, guys. So gray goes on top, black goes in there. You get your blue pin put in. It goes, you know, I'll put a diagram up on the screen where you put the blue pin in. It will snap in place once you do that. And then let me go ahead and show you the what it looks like. So let me go around. I got turn signal on now. So there's the sequential effect. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to turn the turn signal off real quick. Let's see. And it should be, for switchback, it should be white. There you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this door panel back up and throw the other side on. I'll let you take a look. right, guys, let's give it a look real quick. So, old mirror. I went back and forth 100 times whether I want these things painted, paint to match. Thought maybe a little bit of texture may give it a different look, but they've even got these skull caps here, they call them, that may get painted. But let me know what you think. All right, guys, so got it all put together. You got the DRLs white right there. Well, I'll say that, and let me try that. There you go. See the sequence? It's white for daytime running lights. So here's this side here too. I'm gonna go in and knock on the, let's see, maybe I hit the flashers. There's a sequential there. So, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do me a favor, drop down, let me know if you think I should have these sanded down and painted paint match, or do you think with just the skull cap would look good enough? Either one, or just leave them as they are. I kind of think I'm kind of leaning towards just getting the skull cap gun. I think it is good to have a little bit of texture on the truck. But there it is. So getting a step closer, getting the build completed. Hope the video is helpful to you all. If you get a chance, just like, subscribe, follow along. Hit me up on Instagram, TikTok at F150_boss. And let me get back in the light. And have an awesome day.